TheTransviewer, and today we're gonna be looking at the Sideswipe DOTM Deluxe figure. Now this figure is obviously, as you can see, less shiny than I believe the Revenge of the Fallen line, and I think it's a very good thing because the shiny one just looked really weird and it damages your eyes a little bit, if you know what I'm saying, because super shiny, you know. But this one is, I believe, a very nice color. It is kind of dull and everything, but it does suit Sideswipe very well, and I really have grown to like Sideswipe a lot because he's like a master swordsman. And so, since it's a deluxe, it does have a mech tech weapon. As you can see, it's like this barrel gun. I don't know, it sort of reminds me of like a Nerf gun, because this thing sort of, I don't know, if it's like a real life, then this thing would be pulled back to reload and stuff. So it does look very nice, and there's like a scope over here. A lot of good detail, even though this thing is just one simple, very nice color, but it is simple, and just the whole thing's a block of plastic. But as you can see, the mold is very nice. And what you do for this one is actually you just pull this, and this Cybertronian blade just pops out. Now it would have been cooler if this was a translucent blade. I believe that would make it sort of look like a glow effect, but it's not, so I am not complaining. But as you can see, very nice Cybertronian characters on here. Very nice. Just a lot of detail throughout the whole entire thing, and it doesn't lock, which I was very disappointed at in the beginning, but now I'm just like, whatever. I mean, you can whack people, like, ping, you know. So that's the thing by itself, and this is Sideswipe vehicle mode. It's a very nice mold, like the car, the Stingray, I believe it's called, the Corvette Stingray something. It's not out there. You can't like drive it around. You will never see anyone drive it around, at least for right now. But one big difference from the Dark of the Moon series and the Revenge of the Fallen series is that this one doesn't have the hood. It's a convertible, I think they call it. And yeah, it still looks very nice because it's just like a very flat and sleek, and it's just one look at it and it looks like a fast car, and it looks very futuristic actually. Because of these headlights, as you can see, the grille is painted black. Everything else is more of this very, like, this one solid gray color, like warm gray color. But what makes up for it is the nice mold that it has. As you can see, these very fine curves and everything all around. And I don't know, mine has this little problem over here where it just pops out. But if it's not, as you can see, it's very nice. And there's a lot of detail, there's a lot of detail. Even the grill, this section has some lines in there, and there's a Corvette sign. These are some vents, I believe they're called, and very nice translucent and tinted windows on the side here. There's that, and the MechTech weapon port springs upwards. There's a nice spoiler, and the tires look, the rims look nice as well. As you can see, it's painted silver. On the back, there's these exhausts. I don't know, for like nitrous or something, but here's some translucent red bits, and these, I have no idea what they are, but as you can see, if you look on the bottom, you can clearly see his legs. And one thing they did was that this is supposedly his chest when you transform into robot mode, but it's covered, so right now it looks just like some part of the car, right? Which is very nice. And over here they block his face, but this part blocks his face. But if you think about it, this looks like another face with the eyes, the mustache, and the mouth. So yeah, that's something I've noticed. But all around, I think this is just a very nice vehicle mode. Very nice. And unlike some MechTech Deluxe figures, their MechTech like are up here, which I think looks really retarded. This one is back here, which makes it look much cooler. So this is the vehicle mode of Sideswipe, and it is definitely something. Now to transform this figure is actually very easy, and it looks pretty cool too and fun. And right, you see this hood part, this section right here, you just pull it up like that, you pull it back, and then what I do is, see this lower part, is his blade, his hand and his blade. So I like to pull that out, you know, and that looks sort of like another vehicle like that. But anyways, I pull it down like this. So it's sort of like this now. And then you lift this part up, bring it down. There's this really nice face. And you put this part down, blah blah blah, you know, his hands are out there, and this is the coolest part I like about him. You see these sides where it's supposedly his, the upper side of his car. You can put it over here, you know, however much you like it. You can put it here, or you can put it like up here, make it look like that. I'm trying to get like a better view. You can make it like that, or you can make it like this. I believe it's like this in the movies. But, you know, you can have it like that. I'm just gonna move this down. I don't know how the heck it got up, but here it is. And the exhaust, you put it back in there and you roll this upwards using this thing. So that's his back. And when you look at it from the front, it looks perfectly fine. But when you look at it from the back, it's just this huge piece of like plastic. And over here is the most unpleasant part for me. As you can see, you have to move it like this, and there's this bit over here, like, I don't know, you move the back of the car like to the leg part, let me just do it on this side, to the leg part, and then you flip it around like a lot of Transformers, and then you just bring it up like this, and then as you can see, this little part, you move it like that, and same thing for this side. And this guy actually has those kind of animal legs. By animal legs, I mean this animal legs. See, look at that. The werewolf, you see the werewolf and the hind legs are like that. As you can see, yeah, he actually has those kind of legs, which a lot of Transformers have nowadays. It's like this. Yeah, it's like this. And so you're just gonna have to adjust his legs until they're like that. And lastly, pull his arms out. And that is the Sideswipe in robot mode. Now, as you can see, it is a very, very movie accurate, at least to me, of the Sideswipe. And one difference from this and the movie one is that the blades are like this. Because, as you can see, the blades are one piece, and the movie is actually two pieces. And you can spin them around so that he has his blades on there, which is a very nice feature that I like. You can do that on both sides. And the one bad thing, there's only one bad thing I hate about this freaking figure. His feet. His feet are really, really retarded. They can't stand. I mean, look at all this like back stuff, right? He has huge section over here that probably weighs a ton, and then over here it's like the skinny, like straw-ish thing, and his feet. I don't know. In the movie, he rolls around with the wheels, so of course he wouldn't really need to do anything. He doesn't really need feet, but yeah, that's him. It still looks nice. I mean, the figure just looks really cool because there's a lot of like lines and details and stuff. As you can see, like there's his section over here. You see there's like that sort of turbine-ish, I think. And it's just nice detail all around, especially this blade feature, which is really nice. And his face is one thing I really like about him. As you can see, it's on light piping on his eyes, because as you can see, there's light piping on the back of his head. But that is like a Sideswipe reminds me of like a hybrid of a shark and a wolf. So, I don't know, it's really cool. To me, at least. So, that's his robot mode. It's very nice. It's just nice lines and mode details, all that good stuff is all in there. And the articulation is pretty good. I mean, his head, you know, I think it's on a ball joint. I believe it's on a ball joint, so you can do whatever you want with his face. And then this shoulder part is for the transformation, but yeah, it can do that. Over here, it can do this, and then his hand can go in and out. Same on this place, and over here, no hip movement. But there's the legs thing. It's on the ball joint, so you can just do whatever you want, you know. And there's 2 joints here because he has those animal feet. And that's his articulation. Very nice figure altogether. It's definitely worth picking up, and I think it looks freaking awesome. It's very sharp. He looks really sharp and dangerous and a threat. He's like a teeth, you know, or a claw. I think claw, because teeth in him. It's a very nice figure. So the MechTech weapon can plug into any of his hands, of course. So I keep it on his right hand, because I don't know, he'd probably be right-handed, like most of us. And you can just be like, you know, and you'd be like, what, you know, blade. He's supposed to be like a master at blades. So why not have a blade? And I think his MechTech weapon is one of the best out of all of them. But that's Sideswipe in robot mode. And to transform him back is practically the same thing. It's just everything reversed. So I'm not going to show you him being transformed back, but it's the same thing, you know. Everything is just reversed, so it's the same thing. Altogether, I think you should buy it for sure. Of course, it's the deluxe class, and a lot of the Dark of the Moon figures, not a lot, but every one of the deluxe, every one of the DOTM figures are smaller than normal. I do not know why, but it's because the MechTech weapon, but it's very nice, you know, deluxe, so it should be around $10. I believe I got mine for $11. You should just think it is around $10. If you can get a deluxe, I think this one is very worth it, because it does look cool and is very movie accurate in every perspective except for that blade over there. But this is just a very good, nice look for him, and I believe that you will like it too, except for his feet. So yeah, this is the TheTransviewer, and I hope you can like, subscribe, you know, rate, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll check you out later. Check you out. I'll check myself out later. God, that sounds wrong.